when it comes to feeling, we all have different things, different activities, different people, different experiences that make us feel a certain way, tap into a very specific emotion for us. And there are many great sensations or feelings, if you will, in the human experience. Feeling of love, feeling of being loved, like feeling like you're the one giving love, okay? That's one aspect. That's a very common one, of course, love. Feeling of acceptance. Feeling of, along with that, belonging. There are other feelings. Feeling joy. Okay. Happiness. Okay. And the list goes on. Most people would think, okay, the most important feelings in life are happiness. Okay, it's important to be happy. Do what you love and be happy. Others might think feeling love, loving, that feeling of love all around is the most important feeling. Feeling perhaps accomplished could be another one that could be added to the list. And so on. But when you think about it, not everyone, as we said before, not everyone feels the same way, experiences certain things the same way. However, there's one thing that we all pursue at some point in life. Okay, once we gain that awareness. And regardless of your how, and we're all looking for satisfaction, regardless of your how to go about it, your approach to go about it, at the end of the day, what most of us seek is fulfillment, and that feeling of fulfillment. Fulfillment is, and we could look into the dictionary for the exact definition, but this sense of, let's say there is a void in your life, perhaps in different areas of your life. It doesn't have to be one area, but let's say there is a void in one area of your life. The feeling of fulfillment is to fill that void where it's no longer empty. There's no longer a vacancy in that area. It's almost like it's a particular shape, and then you find something through your life journey. You find something that plugs into that vacancy or that shape and completes it. Think of it as a puzzle, right? When you have a puzzle, first of all, before you start, it looks like a mess. It looks like you're never going to get there. At least for some people, not for everyone, of course. Some people love puzzles, and that's fine. For others, puzzles can be harder for some than others. So, but when you start off with a clean slate. There's nothing there, no pieces. Everything is completely in its own space. Okay, but not where it belongs. So it's up to you to look at the picture. Okay, hopefully the box gives you a picture of what you are putting together, what you should be putting together. And begin. The beginning is always difficult. Pick up a piece and place it somewhere. That can be hard sometimes. But once you get going, you get into it. It's like, okay, I got this. But hey, at some point you do have a lot of pieces, going, you found the place for them, you found where they belong, and you just keep plugging away. But after a while, sometimes you get to a point where there are a few pieces left. Your puzzle is not yet complete, but there are a few pieces left, and you pick up a piece and you're like, where does this go? I have no idea. So the point is, there is a hole, there is a vacancy in the puzzle, there is an empty space in the puzzle, and you're trying to find that one piece that fits the space perfectly. And that's life for us, right? We're always looking for, in any given area of our lives, we're always looking for the missing piece, something to fit in, let's say, the relational category that works for us. Something to fit in, let's say, the parental category. Something that fits in the finances. Okay? Something that fits in career, and that makes sense for you as an individual. Again, we're always looking for the missing piece. So as you go through life, it's like that's the goal. The goal is to find the missing piece, and more often than not, it takes years. Okay, you're not just gonna get up and, okay, this is the piece that I need, and tomorrow you find it. Usually it's a process. For most of us, it's a process. You try this piece, you work with it a little bit, and maybe it does a job to one extent. Sometimes it appears to fit the puzzle, and then you'll realize, wait a minute, that picture is still crooked, or this image doesn't complete what's already there, so it's not going to work. Even though it gives the appearance or the impression that it's working, it's not going to work. So on to the next, until we find something that works. And then even if you do find it before long, and let's not forget now, you are a human being. Even if you do find it, by the time you find the missing piece, you might be 3, 4, 5, 6 years older than you were when you started looking for it. What do you think happened in that time? Guess what? You changed. So that fulfillment that you were initially looking for in that specific area, it's also evolved. It's not going to be exactly the same. So now you go back, you're just back on the ride looking for the same thing again. Only this time with your updated version of fulfillment and what you're looking for in that specific category of your life. And this can apply to all categories. I mean, we're human beings. There are a lot of aspects to us and to our lives. So you just take that example of the puzzle and the empty space and the need for fulfillment in order to reach satisfaction in life. Okay, you take that one thing in a specific category and you multiply it by the different categories of your life. Okay? And it applies across the board, but unique to each category. And then you don't forget to take into consideration the fact that you are a human being and you evolve and you change your mind, and you're influenced, okay, by ideas, and the world around you changes as well. Okay, society is not the same today as it was not even 5-10 years ago, not too long ago. But the change itself is significant. So when you take all those things into consideration, you realize, is the puzzle ever going to be done? Well, that's for you to answer, I suppose. But fulfillment, once you are able to reach that, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. But the key is to know yourself at every point in the game. And that in itself is a journey, is a process. It takes time. And that's life for you. That's life.